Hello and welcome to today's pickapile. We have for you today a singles love reading, and this is in honour of Valentine's Day. Saying that, it's a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading, it's meant for you. So what I'd like you to do is concentrate on the piles. If you need to pause the video, that's fine. Just take your time. Whatever resonates, whatever stands out to you will be your reading. We're going to ask about what's coming up next for you, about your connection with the person that you're going to be meeting, and what kind of relationship you're going to be coming into, and maybe what is holding you back from meeting that person. So the piles we have for you today, we have this lovely Howlite elephant. We also have, in pile number 2, we have a heart in honour of Valentine's Day with the Rose Quartz. We have another Howlite, but in a heart shape, on our Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. We also have the Star Spinner tarot deck, the Wild Wood. This is the Forest Creatures with the Amazonite heart. And we have the Crystal tarot deck with our beautiful quartz, Rose Quartz bunny. Now remember, these readings are all general readings, and you can jump ahead at any time, but if they don't resonate with you, just let them go. And if you're already in a relationship, these aren't for you. These are for those people out there that are single and looking for love. And so if you can join me, just pick piles 1 to 5, and the timestamps are down the bottom, and I'll see you in a minute. Hello, pile number 1. You have picked the lovely Howlite elephant. I'll put this to the side. Now I have already chosen your shuffled ahead with your cards, your oracle cards here, and we'll see what they have to say about you and your person. So we're going to see what your connection and your energy will be like with this person ahead. So it says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So already coming up love. So we've also got why. Okay, so these are to represent you. So this one is the fish representing one of you. So these can be reversed, no masculine or feminine. And we have the spider representing the other person in this coupling. And we also have such a curious green, grounding, returning to reality, and coming home. So those are the oracle cards. And then to clarify, we'll be using the tarot deck or more oracle cards, depending on what they wish you to know. So the energies with this relationship that I'm picking up, I feel like for the person which I believe to be you, the person that's watching this reading, is I feel like you've got a sense of this amazing energy about you at the moment, where it's a sense of freedom and a sense of life and a sense of emotional connection, that you focused on your inner light and your inner self and your inner worth, and you're ready to sort of spring forth in this energized way. And you've sort of, I feel like you've been having a lot of fun and but it's sort of letting yourself just go. And, I feel like perhaps this person's been, maybe letting themselves, really enjoy a lot of experiences. And whereas I feel like the spider, the person that I feel is coming up for you, or the reverse is the one that's been very hard at work, more self-determined, someone that has been sort of working on building more of a financial backing for themselves, someone who sort of has created like a home space for themselves, someone that is very intricate in what they do. but we'll go back to that in a minute. So I feel like there was a little bit of not grounded in reality, some dreaming. So I feel like your sort of wish fulfillment and has changed in a way about what you wanted in a relationship, and you sort of went out after perhaps the pretty boys or the pretty girls, someone that was a little bit sparkly, or the one that, you know, gave you the compliments, or the one that you know, it wasn't really grounded in what you actually needed in reality. It was just something that you thought was attractive at the time and was fun and energetic at the time. And I feel like that this is a sense of like, what do I see my home life being like? And sort of coming back to reality of, oh, okay, I sort of want more comfort and more someone that, you know, sees me for someone, you know, that I want to be, you know, behind closed doors, not just shiny in public. And when I look at this, I feel like you've been searching for answers, but not necessarily about other people, but for yourself, and about knowledge and understanding. And I'm getting a tribal feel, and looking really and questioning, perhaps back into even into your ancestral line, and sort of going back into like cultural history, just to really tap into, you know, what has brought you to this place, and really, you know, an earthy feel. So I don't know if this is like a Virgo or a Capricorn, or an energy that I'm getting about it, but which would, like the Virgo and the would make sense, especially with connected with this energy, that you are sort of going for more someone who has more stability, and someone who likes to base, like, is just a very hard worker and very determined and very smart. I'm getting a quite intelligent, whereas I'm not getting the fish personality is quite smart, but I don't feel like they were going for perhaps the brightest of sparks. They were going for the shiny, the people that sort of said the right things, but perhaps weren't doing the right things. And I feel like that this is, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. And I feel like this is really actually speaking of dropping into your heart center, and actually dropping into what you need spiritually and soulfully, and what actually complements you, rather than what your perception was as your younger self, what you thought complemented you. And I think a compliment is someone who supports you, yet doesn't take over you and doesn't try and do things for you, but just supports you and lets you do things for yourself. And I feel like you sort of were attracted to some really strong personalities, whereas this person knows what they have, but they wouldn't dare to sort of force that upon you. Whereas other people in the past, I feel more that they sort of tried to overrun you, sort of rough ride over you a little bit. But we'll just clarify with some more. No, but they're not saying tarot yet. They're saying we need more over here. So we've got a couple more oracle cards coming your way. They're saying, can we have one of these? And they're saying the light princess, ungrounded. So we're still getting the ungrounded, just the working on yourself and finding the lightness within yourself. And I think they're just showing there's still a little bit of work before this person's coming in. So I don't know if you are the one that's very grounded and very hardworking, then it's the person that perhaps is a little bit of a, oh my goodness, I'm getting gadabout. So I'm sorry about that terminology. I think that's a little bit very old-fashioned, but likes a party. I feel like there's still a little bit of a party soul in this person, this fish. So I feel like there's still a little bit more work to be done in this arena where they're not quite grounded yet. So, you know, you can always reverse these positions if this isn't you, but you feel like you're more the spider in the relationship. But I do feel like you're still very sort of sensible creatures deep down, and you know, you still have the same morals deep down, but I feel a playfulness in spirit, and you'll lift this person out of themselves. And I'm getting these cards, so just excuse me for a minute. And they're saying these have a message for you, so we will go with these. And I'm also getting, okay, yes. So we're getting the wind, and I'm getting I'm getting attracted to this, the bird, and so I'm getting a lot of air signs in this reading. So I'm not sure if you just have the quality of air signs, but I feel like with the wind and the movement, and I feel like you just taking a break away from the hectic sort of cycle of dating. And I feel like this person that I'm talking to, the fish, is someone who, you know, I feel like, you know, might have been on some calamities of dates, but they're great stories. And I feel like that this needs to settle down a little bit, because this person isn't quite ready for the expression of this. I feel like this person's just coming out of their shell, and they're sort of still weaving themselves a structure where they feel confident, whereas I feel like you need to sort of ground yourself and listen more to who you are, because I feel like this person is a very different person that you're going to be attracted to. I feel like these are sort of more of an energy where it's just like, whoa, I feel instantly attracted, where this will be a little bit more of a slow burn, someone that you just go, oh, I see an interest there, but I'm not sure if they're interested in me. And so it's sort of like you need to settle yourself down a little bit, and just do some real breathing, and really need to sort of work on your instincts and your intuition, and make sure that you're clear so that you pick up on their connection. So I'll leave that there. Okay, so we're going to ask, what will the energy connection be like once you meet? So what will the energy connection be like once you meet? Okay. Okay, we've got the 8 of bows, hearth fire. Oh, okay. So this looks like a good environment to meet. So I'm getting, you know, a pub situation, or a friend's, you know, like a bonfire or a gathering, or so it's not like a huge, it's like not a huge party area. It's not a huge, but it feels like more of an intimate gathering where there's sort of like 20 to 100 people, where it's sort of like you notice people's faces, and you notice and it's just a light-hearted, jovial, not an intense atmosphere is what I'm getting. And I feel like you'll see each other's joy, and that will attract you. I feel like you'll both be not paying attention to what you're doing, because you'll just be having fun, and you won't be expecting the connection to be where it is. Okay, so I've got the Page of Arrows, the Wren upside down. So I feel like it's coming out of a sort of like a cycle where you've had a bit of a bit of turmoil. I feel like you feel a little bit wrecked, actually. I feel like you've had a hard week, you feel a bit tired, and you're just like, no, I'm going to go out with friends. I'm going to go, it's something that you have just said yes to, even though you probably don't really feel like it. And that's when you just sort of, you're just like, I need to let my hair down, but it's something sort of just last minute. I feel like it's a last minute thing. They're saying that's like a last minute invitation where someone goes, come on, you need to get out. You just, you've overworked. I feel like it's overworked, and it's sort of like, and it's just like, but it's low key. And that's what I'm getting up. It's low key. Don't worry about it. It's not something you'll have to do for the connection. Okay. We've got the Archer. So I feel like this one is saying that, this connection will be straight away. You'll notice. there's a look in the eye when you have this connection. I'm getting straight eye connection where it's like, oh, hold on, there's something. And I feel like it is, there is an instant attraction where it's just like, oh, I didn't think, hold on, I need to look twice. And I feel like that it's, it's like, oh, was there something? Am I imagining it? There's not a, I'm just getting, it's not your usual type. So it's just like, am I imagining what's going on? So we've got, okay, and we've got Ace of Stones, the foundation of life. So it's a real, primordial, it's something that you just feel from your instincts where you just go, I just feel, it's like safe. It's like I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I feel warm, I'm getting drawn back to this fire. I feel like I want to tell you stuff and I want to just spend time with you. And I feel like this is someone that you just instantly have a deeper conversation with. And it's sort of like, I feel like I'm hearing, this is a weird place to have this conversation. Wow, that went deep pretty quickly, and I don't usually tell people that. These are the kind of things that, especially the spider I'm getting, doesn't usually feel that they can open up. And I feel like that this instant eye connection and this instant making them feel comfortable and grounded, because you have grounded yourself, that this will, and I feel like you don't, this fish energy doesn't feel like, you're looking your best but this person just thinks you're fabulous. They just think, wow. And I don't believe it. It's sort of like a shock that this person's talking to me, and it's just like, and I feel comfortable talking to this person. It's a real eye opener for both of you. And what else do we have? What might be holding you both back from this connection? And let's have a look. Oh, all right, Two of Vessels, attraction. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to clarify, but I feel like it's a judgment, and we've got the eel, Knight of Vessels. So I feel like there's some emotions coming through about what you're usually attracted to, and especially for you, for the fish, there's some triggers about past relationships and things you don't want to do again. And you feel like this is so different that maybe you're imagining the connection, or maybe you're forcing the connection, but they're saying, no, this is a real connection. This is a real grounding. This person that I'm seeing is someone that's very grounded in sort of reality, someone who's very, I'm still getting earthy. I'm still getting someone who just, wants you to be, you're very, I'm getting, the fluidity, the emotional person, the one that, goes from, it's a bit airy-fairy sometimes, a little bit lost in thought. And this person is really grounding and can really help you find direction when you seem to get sidetracked, off in tangents, they're telling me. So the thing that could be, it's more that your fear of past relationships and that you're making a bad decision. And they're just saying, you, as long as you, you hold your value and your light, and you've grounded yourself so that you know that you're not just jumping in because it's a romantic thing to jump forward, then it's fine. And remember, it's always your choice, and these are always just, you always have a choice in which direction you want to go. And we have Knight of Stones, the horse, and I just feel this is about freedom, about you each being free to do your own thing. No one's trying to control the other one. No one's trying to, they're just like, you're not trying to subdue each other, you're not trying to rule each other, you're just there to give emotional support. And even though your worlds, I do feel like your worlds are very different, but because your morals and your ethics are quite similar, and some of you have a background that's actually quite similar that you will work out through this connection, and through even I'm getting some of you will actually work it out on the first meeting, where it's like, oh, I didn't know, did you go there, or were you from there, or I didn't know, did you lose your mum too? Or there are things that you will work out that's very unusual to know about someone, just meeting them in this social connection is what I'm getting. So do we have any other messages? Yes, they're going. Some more oracle cards. So they're saying, what have I got? My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. So they're just saying, trust the work you've done on yourself, and trust your heart, and really, if you're coming from a heart-centered place, you'll be fine. Everyone has triggers, and it's about facing your fears and making sure that, you're feeling comfortable in a position, and you can go at your own speed. This person is not going to push you, they're not going to rush you. They're on the same, like, they do not want to be rushed. They're not a rushing kind of a person. And I feel like they're saying, oh, we're going to find out what the timing will be. So just got these, so let's have a look, see what we can find out with timing. So, and maybe some starting. Okay, so 11. So I am getting, so I've got 11, I've got, okay. So what this information is giving me, that they're showing me, is around Gemini. So I'm thinking May, around the 11th of May, is some time of connection. So I don't know if that's someone's birthday, or if that is the meeting date, but the 11th of May I'm definitely getting is a important date. I feel like the connection will be in the next 3 months, where you'll at least feel, this connection coming through. Just be aware that, this person's going to cycle around to you. This person, so if you miss this time, if you're totally ungrounded and you haven't, don't worry, this person's going to cycle around too. They have their things, the issues they have to work through. They have their triggers they have to work through too. They have issues with their past relationships as well. So, if you miss each other this cycle, it'll come around again. I do have a message, just careful, there are exes coming back through just after the Valentine's Day kind of timeline. I feel like, there's some loneliness and people that are trying to claw their way back. You'll know them, they're the energy suckers, the ones that are just like, I need someone, and they're not good for you. So this is the sort of like, it's always your choice, but they're saying this is not necessarily the relationship I'm picking up on. So maybe give that a little bit of a wide berth, or maybe not answer that phone call, the text message, don't engage. But some of you are definitely getting some messages from exes, definitely around the Valentine's Day, or just definitely directly after. So anyway, I hope that has helped you out, Pile 1, and thank you all for everyone who has subscribed and commented. It helps me out a great deal, and I know that you're watching and you like what I do, and I'd be really grateful if you could subscribe. It really helps my channel, and commenting, and it really helps me a lot. So if you could, I really would be grateful. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again sometime, and thanks again. Hello and welcome, pile number 2. This is your reading. You have picked the heart, which is the Rose Quartz, and I have already pre-shuffled your oracle cards to see what's coming up. So this is a singles love reading in honor of Valentine's Day, saying that it is a timeless reading, so this will not resonate for everyone, but when you come across this reading, it's meant for you. You've picked pile number 2, so we'll see what cards are coming up for you. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. We also have, when I lean towards love, I am led. Okay. The fates. Okay. And for the animals cards representing you both, the bat. And we are also having the raccoon. Okay. And we also have never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. Rightio. So now what I've asked the cards is about what your energy connection with this person will be like, what will be holding you and this person back, and how you will meet. So what I'm getting from these cards straight away is especially I feel like you're both very much daydreamers. I feel like you're very much trying to manifest things, trying to leave things up to fate. But you also, I just feel like you're not very much into making things actionable. I feel like you're both very much hermit stage kind of people where you're wishing upon a star. Stars. Yep, you're wishing upon these stars. You're dreaming about the things that you want, but you're not actually trying to make a move forward. You're not actually, someone would have to crash through the ceiling at some people's places before they'd actually, you get to meet some new people, because you're not, and I know there's coronavirus and it's very hard to get out there, but even there is dating online and there's lots of ways we can get around this, and I feel like there have been opportunities to get out that you've sort of held back from, and I feel like there is there's a lot of living in the I'm really getting people at home and a little bit binge eating and using it as an excuse for not moving forward. I feel like a lot of you might be hiding, might be using excuses to hold yourself back from love, because I feel like that you're creating situations where it's just like, I think it's best if it's safer if I stay home, or if I think I should do this today. It's about work, and I think I should just work through that today. And I feel like you've made yourself promises before and you're not quite keeping them, and I feel like you've just you're just like, the right one's going to come along, and it's just like, but you have to actually get out there, and the plane's going overhead, sorry about that. But you might notice that although you're both different energies and different, the energies behind you are very different, and fire and water and the things like that. You strike out at things differently. You're both very much the night creatures. You're very much you sort of front the world, hiding in your shadows and not quite working through your shadows. There's some. I feel like the bat person is definitely working a lot more through them than the raccoon. I feel like the raccoon's definitely more a up in their head kind of a person, whereas the bat is definitely more instinctual person who is very much intuitive, definitely very empathetic, very much in the very spiritual. Not saying the raccoon isn't, but they're a lot more in their head about things, a lot more sort of tend to go with the hard science, as it were, or the, you know, the facts. Like, can you prove it to me? Like, I need to be able to have it proved to me. And the bat's just like, no, but I can feel it and I know it's true, and we'll prove it one day. And these are the two energies I'm coming across. So if you see yourself in one of these energies, then this is your reading, but and this is the other person I'm looking at. And so I definitely can see why your energies, you haven't met up yet, but I feel like this pairing will work really well together, because I feel like you are the yin and the yang of each other, and I feel like this is going to be a beautiful connection once you meet up. And I feel like you do have things in common, and I feel like there's and I don't know if it's computers or games, or there's definitely like a hobby kind of connection with this, where you both have, and they're saying it's different. It's it's creative, or it's different. It's quirky. There's something that's not mainstream, is what I'm getting for these connections. This is a reading where it's sort of saying this will be something where it's not just the normal we met at a pub kind of connection. This is we met through a group, or we met through, you know, chatting online because we both liked, you know, the same crazy comic, or, you know, crazy character that we went, oh, I didn't know anybody else liked that. It's one of those connections where you're sort of unique and different. The person that wears, you know, black in summer, the person that you know, still likes heavy metal when everybody else is dancing to pop. This is the vibe I'm getting. Is sorry about my terminology. I think I've gone back into the 1980s, or sometimes into the body of an old 80-year-old. I don't know why, but it's just where I'm going. And I feel like there's, you know, there's a lot, especially from the bat, there's been a lot of self-meditation and things, but I feel like maybe a little bit too much self-reflecting, where you're too much in your inner world and your own headspace. And they're saying, which is hilarious, because this person is always talking in their head, and they're like 100 miles per hour, so which will be perfect, they're saying. But I feel like when you're feeling the love, you know, you need to take the lead, you need to, you know, follow that lead, and you need to get out there, and you need to be actionable. But we'll get what the cards are saying, and we'll see what messages do we have for, oh, not quite sure what that noise is, I apologise. It's a truck. Definitely a truck. Okay, so what messages do we have? I'm holding the deck upside down, sorry. And we have the Two of Wands and the Four of Chalices. So I do feel like this is the bat's energy. This is someone who is definitely feeling lonely, definitely calling in love, definitely very much in their own world. Very romantic, very much daydreaming. Yeah, as you can see, this person's very much daydreamy, very much a fantasy, flying around, but definitely calling in, you know, that connection, the twos and the fours, and the, you know, but you do dreaming about the that romantic connection. But you'll see there's not much action taking place. It's more in that headspace. So you can see there's a lot of a lot of thinking, but not a lot of movement happening. So let's have a oh, yep, those two, and holding them upside down, they're saying yep. Okay, and for the other side, for the raccoon has more issues about their past connection, but it has more to do with a relationship with how they grew up. So their connection and their demons, as they were, lie in trying to disconnect from what they see as bad relationships that they saw growing up, and they don't want to repeat these patterns, and that's where their fear lies. And they're very smart, but because they're so caught up in their head, they sort of know how many bad things can happen, so they don't wish to, you know, inflict those on anybody else. So this is a person that has one of those, you know, oh, I don't know how to release this, and I feel like, you know, they're just getting to a point where they're willing to open up to someone, but this is what's holding them back from sort of like seeking out love. But I feel like they're a little bit more willing to be out there, because they feel a little bit more protected, whereas the bat feels a little bit more like, I don't need to be out there. I'm drawing it in. I feel a little bit, so much more daydreamy, so much more romanticized. Whereas this is like, oh, this could go horribly wrong in so many ways, and I've thought of all of them. So these are the emotions that could, you know, stop the connection from working. So these are just the emotions that are coming in from both sides. So what can we expect from this connection? Okay, let's see what we can expect. Thank you. And I'm already holding them upside down. So, and we've got the Sun and Temperance. So that's really wonderful. Okay, so the Sun. So this might actually be saying that, you know, there's some fire signs and there's some fire energy coming in, and also some water. So this might be a fire-water connection, or it might be just you know, that real yin-yang sort of personality where one's a little bit more sort of like, you know, happy, shiny energy, and the other one's a little bit more dark and moody. So I'm thinking more Leo, Cancer, sort of like a connection. You definitely don't have to be those, but that's the idea of the connection I'm getting. But these are someone that will help each other sort of soar and sort of fight their way. And I feel like what will happen with this connection, it will give strength to the bat, where to actually really go out and fight for that, what they want, and fight for those dreams they're having, and just actionable. I feel this action movement coming through. Whereas I feel like with the raccoon person, it gives them a sense of completeness and calmness, that they're not damaging anyone, they're not doing anything, and that really takes them out of their headspace and gives them this focus that they perhaps have never seen before. And they're showing me Aquarius because they're saying, look at that, it's not Cancer, it's Aquarius. This is like an Aquarius, like a, you know, a love and a flower and a blooming. And yeah, so not necessarily, but, you know, this might resonate with you when this person comes along. So I'm not sure. So we can do with, let's see if we got any messages from the die. Okay, so we're getting Virgo 2, and I'm not sure what that is, so we'll just, oh, Uranus. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like it might even be this. Okay, so it could be this month, or it could be more towards September, this connection. But I feel like if you are the bat person that I'm talking to, if you start now to make things in action, then it is likely that they're giving me the 22nd of February. So I'm getting all the twos. So it's either the 22nd of February, or that there's a lot of twos happening. So yeah, I do feel like 22nd of February could be an important date, could be someone's birthday. I'm not sure, but they're saying this could be, you know, brought forward quite swiftly for you to see some movement in your love life, or because I feel like some of you might even have already come across this person, and I feel like seeing your spark could actually make this person, like this person could be watching you, the raccoon. I feel like I'm getting eyes in the dark, where it's like I'm just waiting, I'm waiting my time. But so some of you, this person might already be out there waiting and watching you, that person. Sorry, I feel like saying Batman. So, but the person who has the spirit of the bat and that moon and the the cycles and the emotions, but I feel like this person will help the raccoon get in touch with their emotions and unlock them, and they're sort of waiting for this, like a signal from this person to sort of come out of the shadows. And this is really good. And so we'll just ask you, is there anything else holding you two back from each other that might get in the way? Okay, we just want one. And it's just, they're just saying it's just really your choices if you're going to take it into action and move forward. So it's really you both have a choice to move forward and take action. So it's just, picking up that sword and cutting through your own fears about getting out there and moving forward. And, the world's a scary place. It's not so daydreamy, and it's, and this raccoon knows all about it. They can tell you exactly what can go wrong. But, together you'll find this beautiful balance, and, it's definitely worth it. So, good luck. Thank you so much for joining me. And anyone that has already subscribed and liked and commented, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It does mean a really big deal for me. And if you could subscribe and like and comment, it just really helps me out a lot. And I know that you appreciate what I'm doing, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you anyway for watching. I hope you liked the reading, and I hope to get to see you again. Thanks very much. Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is pile 3's love reading. So this is for singles. So this is your stone of Howlite, and that's your heart, and you've picked this card deck. So this is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across this is meant for you. I've already chosen shuffled your oracle cards that are meant for you. So these are what have been chosen. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Okay, we'll see what that means in a minute. Never-ending story. Oh, okay. We've got peace. Okay. And we have all that glitters. Okay, right. And we have the tarantula for one, and one is the bee. So these are just showing the energies of the connections and falling, the unknown descent, momentum, change. Okay, so what I've asked for this reading is, so what is the connection with your next person will be, what will the energy be like, and what might be holding you back from the connection with each other. So these are the two energies representing the two people in the connections, and this is the information, and then we're going to clarify it with the tarot deck. Okay, so unfortunately what I'm getting here is I feel like this is the energy here has been okay, definitely from the tarantula's point of view, is someone that, and this is definitely a fire energy, and this is someone, so this is a fire energy coming through, but the fire energy definitely that I'm coming through is definitely someone who has been in a relationship, not necessarily one that is good for them, and it's one that you just kept going back to. It might not be a like a boyfriend girlfriend. It might have been a marriage. It might have been a boyfriend girl. Might just have been casual, where just someone keeps showing up and you take them back, and then it's just like, oh, they're coming back again. And I feel like it just drained you. And I feel like what they're showing me is this. It just wait, and this is a heart shape, and it's just like it took so many hours and time, and like from your heart, it was just like it broke you, and it broke your heart, and this really put this energy, like it changed your energy, it changed your where like I feel the protective hair is like always on ready. I'm always ready to attack someone if they do the wrong thing to me, because I'm expecting someone to do the wrong thing, because I'm always prepared for the wrong thing now, because I just feel like I had no peace. And I think that's what you're looking for. I feel like with this connection that's coming up, that's what you're searching for now. And I don't necessarily think that that was something you were looking for in the past, but because of the drama, and that's what I'm getting, I just need to take a breath. Like this drama has created, I mean, I feel like it's just changed you, and it's changed your look out and the way you look at people and the way you see relationships. And to look at things differently and start again, you really had to to remove yourself from the world of dating and the idea. And I feel like, because it was just, it was too much, and I just feel like it really took it out of you, and you just really had to, you couldn't look, and they're just saying you couldn't even look in the mirror because this person made you feel like you were not worthy. And because, they were just like, oh, I'm not going to stay with you. I'm not, they just were like, oh, I'll come for a little bit. Oh no, no, I don't want you for that. I just want you for this. So if that makes sense, then this is definitely your reading. I feel like the other person, now, so this can be reversed. So you could be the bee, they could be the tarantula. So this will be the connection I see coming up. So the bee person I'm getting, which is the air sign, they're a little bit driven a little bit by and have been in the past, is what I should say, what looks, and they're just saying, what looks good, all that glitters. Now they're saying, now remember, all that glitters is not gold. And I'm getting, fool's gold, and they were fooled a lot by, they listened to a lot of people about what, they said, and they didn't, look at what people's actions were or how they were living. And they were just like, they were drawn like a, like a worker bee to the queen bee. I'm just going, this is a worker bee. This is someone who follows along and goes, oh, okay, yeah, I can, there's flowers there, I'm going to go there, and oh, look, they're beautiful, and look how sparkly and shiny, and I'm just getting, I'm attracted by colour, I'm attracted by light, and I am getting this person is, does like the limelight. They do like, to be attracted into the going to the best restaurant, going to the best parties. They want to be in the energy of those people. They want to be around shiny people, and they just go along with it. And I feel like they had their head in the clouds. And unfortunately, especially for the bee person, a change came, and it wasn't, I feel like, the rug got pulled out from underneath them, and something happened where their world sort of collapsed and had to change. And this woke them up, and they realised that that gold wasn't real, and it was, it tarnished, and it was black, and, the people to get shiny gold and to get so shiny had trodden on a lot of people to, get there. And they perhaps themselves had even been partaking in some of that, maybe not niceness or clickiness or whatever it was. Anyway, they feel bad about how, they treated people, because they only were looking for superficiality. And this was, this is a really force of change in their life, and this really changed their viewpoint and perception. And when you meet, I feel like the tarantula meets, they might still hold some of those characteristics, but they still like to be with the pretty people, or the they still got a lot of friends in that like that kind of thing, the blingy. But this person is, trying to change, and they've got a movement around them, and they're trying to open up their eyes and remove the vision. And the tarantula is so fearful of being in that dark place again, that they're really, doing the best to to love themselves again so that they can, you know, be open to love again. And I feel like, you know, just stepping out again into that light spot. So I think that's what's holding the tarantula back from, you know, moving forward, stepping into their, you know, into a positive, happy relationship. But this person that's coming through is definitely a changed person. Like they're changing. Sorry, I'm getting not changed yet. Changing. They're in the midst of change, and this this person over here is definitely still needing some peace and quiet on their own before they can really move forward, because they're still finding their own self-love, because yeah, they really just need that time out to gain, you know, to accept that it wasn't anything to do with them, and they're totally lovable and so beautifully brilliant, and they can you know, relax those hairs, and they don't need to feel on on guard all the time. But we're going to look at these. Got this deck upside down again. Okay, so we're going to ask the cards what is coming up in this connection for pile number 3. Okay, 10 of presents. Okay, so this is for the tarantula side. This is telling me that your present to yourself at the moment is taking this time out and giving to yourself, and not trying to do too much forming new connections. I feel like there's, okay, they're giving me a die. Yeah, okay, and another 10. So we're getting all the 10s, which is often completion. And you're being given the time to complete the cycle and complete the work on yourself, and feeling good about yourself again, and giving yourself time to just be quiet. And we've got the 9 of potions. So that's really about, you've still got some emotions and some ties to the past that still need to be cleared up before you're ready to move forward. Let's see what your person is now working on. Okay, yes, 3. Okay, so your person is, okay, so we've got the Chariot. So I feel like they're moving forward, and they're really like, I feel like they were forced to move forward. They were sort of dropped on their, I was going to say head, but that's not true. They were, you know, the rug was pulled out from underneath, and they fell a great deal, and they really had to pick themselves up again. And by that time, the rose-coloured glasses were definitely cracked. So they're really moving to, you know, create a new world for themselves, which is, you know, very strong emotional struggle. But I feel like this has to do with work and their positioning around people, and reshuffling how they see people. We also have the 5 of candles. Yeah, I feel like they're making a lot of choices. You know, who's good, who's bad, and we've got the lock, stock and barrel. So these are, you know, not the best people to be around. And I feel like they have some people that they still really have to shift out of their world, and that's what they're dealing with, like working out, you know, who don't they want in their world like anymore. Because, you know, they've changed, they've opened up their eyes. And then we have the Emperor, and that's it. They want to find their own power and their own strength, and don't be the, you know, at the moment they were a follower, and they don't want to follow blindly and just be led around by the nose anymore. They want to be their own strength, their own power, and they want to know that if they see gold, it's real, and they want people to be authentic and real, and that's what they're working on at the moment. And can we have what we see for this connection in the future once we work through these issues? What do we see coming up for these pair? Okay, so we have the 3 of potions. So I feel like this is saying to me that you're both going to just unlayer layers and layers of each other, where you are actually going to be able to open up and see amazing new things within yourself because of this other person, that you'll feel comfortable and a strength to open up with each other. What else have we got for pile number 3? These ones, yeah. And we also have the Knight of Presents, and we also have the 3 of Needles. And they're just saying to me with these that, this will be a light-hearted connection. Like, don't go in too seriously, just take it day by day. You don't need to jump forward, take it at your own pace, and make sure that you're not falling back on old triggers and sabotaging when you do meet this person. Just enjoy the moment while you're in it, and try not to sabotage, because especially the tarantula is definitely going to try and sabotage, because as much as you can work on your own, your issues, it's often when you meet someone that's very much your person, they're still going to bring up a lot of things that have happened in the past. And so just be careful of that you be careful, and once you acknowledge that that's a past issue and you don't want it anymore, then you can clear it through, and then that will be a really positive relationship. So all right, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me. And I wanted just to say a thank you for anyone who has already subscribed and commented. It really does mean a great deal to me. It really makes me feel wonderful. And if you could subscribe, it really does help my channel. It makes me know that you want me to do more of these. And if you'd like to comment and tell me what else you'd like to see on my channel, that would be really helpful too. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed your reading, and I hope to get to see you again really soon. Thanks again. Hello and welcome, pile number 4. So this is your singles love reading in honor of Valentine's Day, saying that this is a timeless reading. So anytime you come across this reading, it's meant for you. It's general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. You have picked the lovely Amazonite heart and the Magical Forest tarot deck, so we'll use that in a minute. I've already pre-shuffled some oracle cards just to see if this is your reading and this is going to resonate with you. So this is saying what is about the person that you might meet, what kind of connection it will be like, and maybe what will be holding you back from that connection. So our first card is, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. We have come to the edge. We also have, signifying one party, the camel. We also have for the other party, the fox. And we have, you are rare and free. There are not many like you. Okay, so we're going to start with these and see what the universe is coming across. So this is telling me, so the two energies I'm getting here for the next pairing or the person that you're about to meet are the camel energy. So someone who is very steadfast, someone who is a hard worker, someone who is grounded in their position, knows how to mentally support themselves as well as physically take care of themselves. So this is usually the person that I'm reading for, that I'm talking to. This energy I'm getting is someone who has worked on their emotional issues to get to this present past. I also get a feeling of self-reliance because you didn't feel like you could rely on other people. I felt like this self-reliance is something that you have needed to become, and perhaps were told that you needed to be reliant on others, and you worked out that you can stand on your own and that you can really take your own advice. I feel like you're a very humble person, someone who doesn't sort of go out of their way to shine in a crowd. They don't want the attention, but is someone that is really honest and reliable, that people just go, wow, I really like your earthy energy, someone that is but strong in a way that others don't. I feel like that you lost a little bit of a sense of your own strength in the past, and it's about working on your strength, and it's been about emotional strength for this person. So now this might be the person that you're connecting with, so if that doesn't sound like you might be the fox. Now the fox energy is a very a clever person, a witty person, someone that does like to have attention but also likes to shy away. This is, for me, I always think of like a Gemini kind of energy. Someone likes to fit in with whatever suits the person that's around them. So if they need to be the jovial clown, then they'll cheer you up, and if they need to be quiet, then they'll be quiet and supportive. But they're very witty and intelligent, and often can hide their intelligence quite well from others, and often people are deceived that they're as intelligent as they are because they fit where they need to fit. So if people around them aren't as intelligent, then they'll just fit into that area, but doesn't mean that they are actually shining as brightly as they could be. So I feel like this person is someone that will bring you out of your shell and tell you, but very independent, but also needs their own space. I feel like you have worked out, I feel like the camel had a little bit of a codependency kind of a relationship, and I do feel like the fox might have been in a little bit of a similar situation, so realises they do need their own space. So it's very, for me, it's sort of like a similarity in a relationship you've had, that you both sort of have the same, I guess, past lessons that you've already learned, so you don't need to learn them again, so that you can be affectionate without being sort of super clingy to each other, and you don't, the jealousy component isn't there, even though you both do have a tendency to be jealous just because people have undermined your relationship before. So this is about coming to the edge. So I feel like that maybe whichever energy is here, the other person's still in a relationship perhaps at the moment, hasn't quite let go of a past relationship, but they know that it's not working. So they've sort of come to the edge, and they come to the point where they're just like, I'm ready to be loved properly. I'm ready to accept that I've worked my hardest. And I feel like both these personalities that I'm reading for do work to an extent where it's just like, I will give everything I can for a relationship because I'm putting all my heart and soul into it. But this person's come to a point where it's like, oh, I can't do it anymore. But that is the holdback of this relationship. So one of you is definitely free and clear and has worked. I feel like that's the camel, and the fox is still a little bit tied into the last relationship, maybe even a marriage, but a definitely commitment that they really haven't quite let go of yet. So, but they've really come to the point where they're letting it go, but they just don't know how to do it in a nice, kind way. Okay, so we've also got you are rare and free. There are not many like you, and I feel like that part of you has been smothered and squashed down because especially this is, I feel, it's more for the camel, that your independent side was squished in your last relationship, and maybe back as far as childhood you were told to be more like everybody else and don't be as, quirky, or, that's not a proper job, that's, you don't wear your hair like that, that's not how you should be. So this person that I feel a new connection with is someone that will wholeheartedly support any which way you want to be. You can walk on your hands all day and they'll be saying, oh, that's fabulous. I think, I'd like to try that. It's one of those connections where it's just like anything you do is, you know, they just think it's fabulous and what a creative and great idea. It's not something that they squirm or shy away from, and I feel like the camel personality has had that in the past, where you feel like you need to hide yourself away, and you've worked really hard to sort of get out of that and really stand by yourself. So we're going to go with, I'm connected to my joyful presence. I attract support from the universe. And that's what I'm feeling a little bit more from the camel side and the fox side actually as well. They're saying both sides feel like they won't be supported, because I feel like the camel hasn't been supported in the past with the decisions they've made for their own sort of personality traits and things like that, whereas the fox feels like if they step away from this relationship, people and relationships won't be supported. So this is about just being authentic to your true self and knowing that you will attract the right support and the people that are genuinely your friends and your connections, and that you will actually be getting more connections that are aligned with who you are and who people actually want you, you know, to just be happy for yourself for no other reason than you are yourself. Okay, we're going to look at the cards and see what information and what have we got on the base. They're saying 7 of Cups. Okay, so the 7 of Cups I'm getting is you both have a tendency to think of others before yourself, and I feel like that one, that's the fox's reason for being really stuck in this current relationship, not quite detached. So they might not be, you know, still living with the person or whatever it is, but they're definitely mentally disconnecting from this person physically, but they haven't really said it straight to the person, whereas like, this is not going to ever work for me. So it's sort of holding up the process, but I do feel like this is something very special, and you have the same morals, the same way that you work and think, that you put other people first. And oh, it's come up again. So there you go. They really wanted you to pay attention to that card about making sure that you finish, that you put yourself first, and that you make sure that anything is finished between, or any past triggers are dealt with before you try and move forward into this relationship. I feel like the camel has done so much work with this. I feel like this will be a really good communication relationship. The camel, you have to be careful, if this is you, about you've got walls up still. Just make sure that you know, let people, especially the ones in, you know, the chosen few, I feel they're saying, the chosen few, make sure that you allow them in. And because you have a tendency to put up your walls, as we all do. Okay, so we have the World. So this is definitely about changing and finding your own place in the world. I feel like, especially it's coming definitely from the camel side. So I feel like you have found your space in the world and you know what you want now. And we've got the Hermit, where the Hermit's a little, the fox is very much working on themselves and trying to determine how they can come out still, you know, feeling good about themselves, but doing what they need. Because, as I said, you both got the tendency to take others into consideration before yourself. So I feel like this is a little bit more distant off. I'm sorry, camels. I feel like you've really worked hard for something that's sort of around the corner. Doesn't mean there won't be some fun times for the camels, but the actual love special connection that I'm seeing here is one that's a little bit off, because of the foxes, a little bit stalling is what I'm going to call it. And what have we got? Strength. So this is about, you know, this is definitely coming to this side. And also, you know, I feel like the fox is finding their strength, but you found your strength. You found your inner, you know, your inner line and your inner heart, where you just know that you can't, you can't live, it's your life and you need to take control and enjoy it. And we have the Two of Wands, and yep, we're just still in a world of contemplation for the Hermit, but they're taking time because they don't want to, just jump out of something, and they see every which way of the puzzle is what I'm getting. They like to, every which way they like to work the scenario out, which, in this world you really can't. And we have the Magician. So this is, I actually do feel like this is going to be a really magical, they're showing me the roses and the hearts, and I do feel like as Valentine's Day and those kind of special days come along, this is really what jolts the fox side of the relationship, because they know they haven't been happy and they feel like they've just been holding back who they truly are from this person because they can't be their true self. Whereas that you've found the strengths and you're better off, and you feel happier within yourself, and that you're ready to find this love connection. So I feel like that after the Valentine's Day, after these, or whenever you're watching this, after the next special, like a holiday family connection occasion, that will be their trigger to really just go, no, I don't think this is going to work for us, be it Easter, be it Christmas. I feel like that's when the momentum will hit and that will start the movement. So, all right, any more messages have I got for the lovely pile number for my Amazonite heart? And they just said, okay, King of Pentacles. So they said, spend a bit of time lavishing yourself this holiday. Treat yourself, be kind to yourself, and just really enjoy the experience of having the freedom to do and choose and be whoever you want. And it's a great time, and you've worked hard to be just joyful and just be around your friends and be around those connections, and then this connection will be working in themselves out, and of course you don't have to wait. If other things coming your way, then go for those. But when you see your fox person coming in, this will be a really lovely connection, and you'll work along the same way, and you'll support each other, and can't do enough for each other kind of relationship. So I don't think you'll have to wait too long. Once the fox makes up their mind that they'll move, they'll finally do it. But they really want to put themselves in a position of power. So, all right, I hope this has resonated with some of you and you've enjoyed this reading. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. I really can't say how grateful I am. I really do appreciate it. It really helps me and my channel. Lets me know that you're watching and you're liking what I'm doing. So if you could like and subscribe if you haven't already, I'd be really appreciative, and really hope you can come back again, and I'll see you again. So thanks again, pile number 4. Hello and welcome, pile number 5. So you have picked the lovely Rose Quartz Bunny Rabbit and the Crystal Tarot deck. So this is your singles love reading. So this is timeless. It's in honor of Valentine's Day. Now I've already shuffled some oracle cards just to see where we're at the moment, just to see if this reading will connect with you, if it resonates. So we'll just see what we've picked up for you. Shine bright like a candle, you'll make it through this. Okay. Golden egg, beautiful. So this will represent one pairing in this relationship. And oh, the unicorn, beautiful. Oh, very, very spiritual. And oh, hold on, we've got 3. So I'm thinking, yeah, they're saying no, they're saying put that one there. Okay. Golden egg is the unicorn, and the panther is on this side. Oh, okay. Yep, nope. This is making sense now, sorry. A leg up. Okay, and we also have, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Okay, so for this singles reading, I'm just getting a little bit different than the other pile. So, so if this doesn't resonate with you, maybe check out another pile, because as I said, this is quite different. So let me just start with saying this is what I would say would be representing you, the viewer. So we have the golden egg and the unicorn, so very spiritual, very well connected, someone who's very connected with the universe, someone who is very intuitive, empathetic, very much, I feel, what should I say, taken aback by other people's energies. So if you feel like you're really overwhelmed by other people's energies, that they really affect you, that, you know, if someone's hurt, if someone's going through a situation, you feel like you maybe even feel it stronger than they do, and it really drains you. This is probably you I'm talking to. This is a real searching for yourself, a searching for, I feel like, your inner strengths, your inner who you are. I feel like the last couple of relationships for a couple of you have not gone so well. I actually am getting that this is about a past connection coming back through. This is someone that you might be holding onto, or a past someone that you're still connected in with. You'll make it through this. I feel like this is someone that maybe just trying to reconnect with you right now, or is about to. But I do feel a strong emotional tie and a trigger to this person. I feel like this relationship did not go well, or there's been... Okay, so if this is something that sort of started and stopped, I feel like this is because of I feel like, you know, things just, you know, weren't in sync, the communication didn't go well, and I feel like this person is triggered by you. I feel like this is someone who's going through a lot. This is a very bright person. This is a very shiny person, someone who is very stealthy at what they do. They've got some, perhaps not some great qualities, which we'll go into in a minute. But what I'm getting through this is that this energy has actually been draining on you, and you're actually tied into this person. So this isn't quite the singles reading I was going for, but I'll go with this. Please pick another pile if this isn't resonating, or if you would just like a love reading straight out. So a leg up. I feel like you are the person that always supports this person. This is I feel like you're forever trying to lift this person up. This is the person who comes to you for advice, comes to you for your energy, comes to you for support, and then goes away. I feel like they just come and go, and you sort of don't know where you're situated. And this is, I feel like, yeah, you feel like more of a responsibility to them. I feel like you feel guilty if you don't support them. And I do feel like this person is genuinely, a good person, but they have so many past issues and past triggers, past emotional depths. Like, I have so many shadows around this person, and that's why it's very easy to get drawn in. And you have this. Look at this beautiful moon. Look at this unicorn that you are. You are so empathetic, and you so lovely and kind-hearted and kind-spirited. You just give and give, and you see this potential. You see this spiritual potential. Look at these eyes. These eyes are wide and bright. They see through a lot of things, but often they have to shut their eyes to hide in the dark, and they often hide in the dark from themselves. So this person that is, hiding from themselves in a way, has created in the past a lot of situations for themselves. I'm getting going in circles, I'm getting, creating problems for themselves. And you keep trying to pick them up and train them. I'm getting horses like I feel like you're a horse trainer, that you feel like you have to keep giving advice and training, and you're the mother cub and you're like, okay, come on, get on the back and I'm going to walk you through this. But I feel like you're finally getting to a point where you're like, but is this work? Like, can I still have this? Like, am I happy? Am I, like, I don't feel that you, like, I feel like you're feeling your own energy after you have communication with this person and you realise how drained you are. I realise how, that there's some kind of tie going on that isn't working for you. There's not a balance here. And I feel like you know that there's some kind of transformation happening within inside you, that you're not going to be accepting of this happening anymore, and that you need to release some of these energies and perhaps this person. But, you know, all up to you, and this person definitely is capable of changing, but perhaps not with your support. Perhaps it's a pulling back of your energy to make them see what they've missed, because I feel like this is just draining you and they're not going to move forward unless, you know, you remove your energy from them. But we're going to see what the cards say. And as I said, look, if this is more a love reading, and if you know this situation's happening and you're ready to move forward, you know, go back and choose another pile and, you know, understand that, you know, this was for you because, you know, you've worked yourself through this and you need to untie yourself and disconnect from this relationship. And then perhaps the next piles will, you know, be your love connection. So just let you know that. Okay, we've got Queen of Pentacles. I have everything I need to prosper. And I feel like you are very much in your power, and it's, I feel this energy takes you out of your power. I feel this energy, I feel like without this energy, you know how to center yourself, you know how to get yourself in the right position, and I feel like you know, or you feel the direction you're getting pulled in. I feel like you know the universe is transforming you, and this is coming up very strong, this transformation for you. But the thing is, this is taking either financially, emotionally, I'm getting both. So it's just like, but I'm getting the Rose connection, sort of like, they know that your heart is open to them, so they can just keep taking and taking. And until you take that energy away from them, you know, I feel like they're not going to move forward. So let's just see what else we can get from the Crystal Tarot deck about this relationship. Oh, sorry about that. That was the Five of Pentacles. I am supported and never alone. So I feel like they do pull on you with the sense that they feel like, you know, I'm lonely, don't you miss me? You know, and or they just pull, as soon as you feel like you've disconnected, they just pull you back in. There's also a, you know, but what am I going to do without you? Just that feeling of guilt. I know that peaceful times will come, and I feel like this is really about cutting the cords, cutting yourself away from the energy that you feel guilted into giving, really. And I focus on what I want and I make it happen, and that's it. I feel like this person is not giving you what you want, and if you step back and remove this energy and then focus your energy on what you truly want, I don't believe that this person is fulfilling that. Doesn't mean they can't change and can't fulfill that energy task, but with you giving them what, you know, supplementing them and you know, being very codependent on each other, they're not going to move forward. And then we have, I'm sure of my place in the world. And yep, we've got the King of Pentacles now. So I feel like this is who, you know, this is who you need. This is, yep, we've found your counterbalance. So what you're asking for is this, your counterpart. Someone who knows their place, who has as much feeling about the world, thinks about the world and you as much as you think about them, who is balanced, who is equal, who, you know, is open to what you're open to. But you're not going to get to this person until you cut the cord with this Panther energy. And that's really what the message is, that, you know, I feel like this is what you're calling for, but you want this Panther energy to be this person, and I'm just not getting that without a lot of change happening. And you're transforming way more quickly and assuredly, and this person is very much stagnating and trying to ride on your coattails at this point. So any further messages for pile number 5, my beautiful Rose Quartz bunny pile, will call you. And I stand my ground and I look for peace. And that's it. The guides just want you to, you know, take your energy back, take your place back and your space back. That's what they're saying. They're saying this person has invaded your space. They've invaded your energy, your time, and it's sort of like it's not your own anymore. And I feel this strong strength within you, and this sort of knowing and knowledge. And this person really undermines that, because you just go, oh, I don't know. But it's a real sense of guilt rather than love, because, I mean, you see their potential, but I just don't see them fulfilling that with you supporting them with your energy, rather than them, you know, searching from their energy from the right place. So, all right, my lovely golden egg pile, we'll call you, my unicorn pile. I really hope this has helped some of you and resonated, but you might like to also pick a pile and find out who this this King of Pentacles is, that you know, once you've disconnected from this person, if you choose to, of course, it's all up to you and what you'd like to do, but, you know, what's the potential out there might be a nice thing to do. And I hope you will join me again. And for all that have subscribed, I just want to say a big thank you. I'm so grateful. It makes such a lot to me, and to see people have liked and subscribed, and not only does it help my channel, but it just makes me know that you're watching and that you like what I do, and I'll keep doing it. And if you could keep doing that, that would be great. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that would be really awesome. So hopefully I'll see you again very soon, and good luck with everything.